special victims do something.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. If you can, please say hello in the comments. I washed my hair today, so I have my hair wrapped in a t-shirt because I have like conditioner, oil, all that good stuff, just trying to keep it moisturized. So that's why I have this on my head. I hope everyone is doing well. Please let me know that you are here and who you are, if you don't mind. Oh, hello, Jessica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Baltimore, the home of my absolute favorite singer, Billie Holiday. I'm going to make my way to Baltimore very, very soon. I want to visit the memorial statue. So, welcome, Jessica. It's good to see you. Nicole, hello, family. How are you? It is wonderful to have you here as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Are you in traffic today, Nicole? Are you in traffic today? You are welcome, Jessica. It's a pleasure. And again, thank you for joining us. I appreciate your presence. I got oil. Look, I got oil from my hair all on my dress. Hey, Tracy, how are you? All on my house dress. It was a battle today, y'all. It was a battle. Belly up in my mama's house, letting these leftovers digest. I know that's right, Nicole. I know that's right. That's better than being in traffic any day. My hair is up and wrapped in a scarf and in my sweats. It's all about the comfort today. Amen, Jessica. Amen. Amen. I am there with you. I am there with you at the ripe old age of 49. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I am not a fan of being in discomfort. I am a fat chick and see all them body wraps and compression garments and body forms and this, that, and the third. No thanks. No thanks. You gonna get this stomach and you gonna get this back fat. You gonna get it all just like it is because I'm not about to be uncomfortable. Mm-mm. It ain't happening. So yeah. So I am with you, Jessica. You see, I came on here just like this. I said, I'm not the way I had to wrestle with this hair to wash it and get it combed, but I feel good. Yes, Tracy, you know what I'm saying. But I feel good. I hope y'all feel good too. I hope y'all had a good week. I hope y'all enjoyed time with family. And I hope none of you forced yourself to be in company of toxic people simply because they're family or simply because it's a holiday. I hope you all respected your own boundaries. Yes. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Which I was late getting on here because y'all know how I am sometimes with the technical difficulties. But I'm going to, it's 4:22 now, so I'm really going to get started at 4:30 and talking about our subject matter today. Somebody commented on my Instagram, which if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm Fat Girl Freestyle on Instagram. Someone commented on my Instagram about shadow people. Apparently, my videos, and here we go with this. Sorry about that, y'all. I told you technical difficulties. Told me I hadn't talked enough about shadow people, so that's why we're here today. I'm around those who want to be around me over being forced to be around folks just because we share blood. That's wonderful, Nicole. I got to put that one up on the screen. And this is the attitude that we are going to have moving forward, because we are no longer going to make excuses. We are no longer taking that, oh, it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your brother, it's your sister, it's your aunt, your uncle, family, grandmother, blah, 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 blah. We are no longer accepting any of that, because terrible behavior is terrible behavior. And when a person disrespects you and disregards your boundaries, they got to go. Don't matter what title they have in your life, they got to go. And if you didn't do that this holiday season and you regretted going, you always have Christmas. There's always Christmas to say, you know what? I refuse to be in your presence. So y'all keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. But I am proud of each and every one of you. Does anyone have any good news they want to share? Anything they want to say? Just any kind of something you're proud of that you did for yourself? Something that you accomplished? Just anything. Does anyone have anything like that so we can congratulate you? Jessica says, absolutely, my inner peace is my priority. I am protecting my energy and peace regardless of who they are. Absolutely, regardless of who they are. And this, again, is what we have to keep in mind. No matter who it is, protect your own energy and your peace. Because something I have learned in this life, no matter what, we come here on our own, we leave out on our own. We need to be our number one cheerleader, our number one supporter, our number one person that's going to keep us in check and call us out on our shit. The number one person who is going to hold us to those boundaries that we set. So you are always a priority. Always. Please keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Jessica, and thank you so much, Nicole, for your words of wisdom. Does anyone have anything that they would like to share? Anything we could congratulate you on? Anything you would like to share with us at all? Also, I want to say to everyone who has purchased my ebooks, I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so very much. Y'all are supporting a small Black woman-owned business when you purchase my ebooks. I am grateful for everyone who has purchased. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have some more audiobooks that I'm getting ready to release. And I have some of my older books that I'm going to put up as ebooks. And I may eventually bring them back out to print. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have quite a few things that I am getting in order, including with this channel. But I'm going to save that for another video. It's 4:27. I want to thank everybody here again for joining us. I know it was last minute, but I wanted to talk about an important subject, something we haven't talked about on this channel in a while. Anybody? I thought I was going to have a guest. I'm trying to see. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this first. Let's kick it, girl. Slow down. I just want to get to know you, but don't turn around. I can't sing, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. I cannot sing. Okay. No, wait. How did I do that? Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm coming, y'all. I'm trying to change something right quick. Somebody requested something. Let's see. What you say? I know now that I'm the one who really needs to see thyself, know thyself, acknowledge thyself, forgive thyself, and nurture and love myself. That's right, Jessica. That is your new affirmation. Yes. Hello, Kay. How are you? Thank you for joining us. I know now that I am the one who really needs to see thyself, know thyself, acknowledge thyself, forgive thyself, and nurture and love myself. Amen and ashe, Jessica. Amen and ashe. Amen and ashe. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is a beautiful sentiment and certainly something that we all need to be reminded of. Not just from time to time, but every day. We need to be reminded of that. So, yes. How are you doing today, Kay? Oh no, I gotta log in and do it. Hold on, y'all. Tristan called me. All right. Stuck inside because of the weather. Yeah, Tristan is calling to let me know that he's getting ready to head inside himself. It's about to rain this way, apparently, which it has been looking cloudy all day. So I guess the rain is finally deciding to come through, which is good. So, okay. Hey, Miss Tadra, how you doing, baby? I'm so glad you made it. How are you today? Did you enjoy your holiday? I hope the food was good. I hope the food was good, Miss Tadra. I hope it was good. Thank everyone for coming in. Thank everyone for joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the topic, and I'll read the comments. If anyone wants to join me up here, send me your email address. Hello, Candy. How are you? I've been good. How have you been? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. You don't celebrate? Yeah, I don't either. I just refer to it as Family Day. I no longer refer to it as, Thanksgiving. I just call it Family Day because, the reason why it even came into existence is really nothing to celebrate. And I'm tired of the system, powers that be, people in control, whatever, politicians, whomever. I'm really tired of them pushing their beliefs upon us. And really, as Black people, Afro-Indigenous, as I like to refer to us, as Afro-Indigenous people, we are so disconnected from our spirituality because we have just absorbed all of this working their ritual, Miss Fadra. That's right, working their ritual. We have absorbed so much of what is alleged to be based in Christianity, but is really based in power and control. It has nothing to do with religion. And I wish people would start making that connection more. I wish people would start being more aware of that it's not about religion, Jesus, God. It's not about any of that. It is about having power over people. Yes, exactly why I didn't celebrate and give my energy to their evil rituals this year. Yes. Amen. And I shade to that, which I do feel like people are waking up. Thankfully. I feel like as a collective, we are waking up to all of these systems of oppression. I can speak as a Black woman, but in all honesty, we are all oppressed. It's just that, of course, we get it worse than others, but everybody is under a system of oppression because the powers that be want to control all of us. And we are human beings first. Like, I get that. Human beings first, supposed to be. But we also are connected to the roots of our ancestors, the things that they have been through, the things that they experienced. We are here because of them. So it is only right that we acknowledge the things that they went through for us to be here. I refuse to allow my energy to be harvested. I'm grateful every day. I write in a gratitude journal as soon as I wake up. That's good, Jessica. That is really good. And I you know what? I may have to start doing that rather than picking up my phone in the morning. When I get up, grab my journal and start writing. So that's a wonderful suggestion, Jessica. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you feel the change just kind of waking up and having that gratitude. Excuse me. And listen, y'all, I want y'all to understand, please do not get caught up in the negativity and the energy harvesting that's going on. I said this last time, but y'all remember the movie Monsters Inc., where they would scare the children to harvest the fear? That is what's happening in America. They want us to be fearful. They want us to be scared. They want us to be under their thumb. They want us to be worried and concerned about how we're going to live, how we're going to survive. First of all, let me just say this. Black folks, Afro-Indigenous, we shouldn't be worried about surviving because that is what we do. That is what our ancestors did. That is what we do. We survive all types of circumstances. So we the last ones that need to be concerned. We are very resilient. But my point is, they are harvesting our energy, our fear, our brokenness, our lack of confidence, because all of these things come in with what's happening in the country. They have you worried about jobs. They have you worried about money. They have you worried about affording groceries. They have you worried about being able to have health care and take care of this and take care of that. I honestly think that it is a shift back towards the way our ancestors survived. And if we get reconnected to that, if we activate more of that energy instead of operating in fear energy, things will be so much better. So much better for us. So please do not get out there and get caught up in all of the nonsense and all of the craziness, in all of the just nonsense and weirdness that's happening. You know what feels right. You know what feels right to your spirit. You know what feels right to your heart and soul. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know you get that nudge that tells you, now, girl, you know this is some bullshit. When we stay in a fear mindset, we cannot create and manifest. It keeps our nervous system in fight or flight. Absolutely, Jessica. And I need y'all, I'm going to share that because I need y'all to remember that the universe is us. We are the universe. We are in command and in control. And for many, many years, I have said that these people it's not money that they want. Because once you have a certain amount of money, what are you going to do? Once you have a certain amount of money, it's like you get bored. Controlling people is where the power is. The power is not in the money. The power is in controlling people and getting people to do your bidding. The power is in being able to move and manipulate people in any direction you want them to go in. It is not about the money, because once you are a billionaire, baby, the thrill is gone with the money. You're just accumulating more just to be greedy, because that's how you function. That is the spirit you operate in, greed. So of course you're constantly going to want more, because you want to see the demise of other people. You trying to save yourself and your bloodline because you see it dying. But the control and manipulation of people is what they want most of all. They might very well be, Philip. They might very well be, but I do believe that these people are, or you're talking about the shadow people. We're still talking about the nature of the politics in this country and the people in power. But I do believe that these people are also, they operate in demonic energy. Good evening, Mommy. How are you? Thank you for joining us. You as well, Philip. Thank you for joining us. But we cannot shift if we are stuck in this negative energy. So we have to take control of it and stop letting this stuff move our minds, knowing full well, again, we are the universe is us. Same thing as God made us in his image. So there you go. Apology accepted, Philip. I just would like for you to, be a little bit more mindful before you say things. That's all. So thank you so much. All right, y'all. So let's get on to the subject. So shadow people. I don't know how many of you have had experiences with shadow people. It's 4:44, y'all. I feel like 2025, we're on a different planet. We're definitely in some type of alternate existence, Kate. But I feel like as far as that goes, I feel like they have been doing small things over the years to make us feel off kilter. I think that's what the Mandela effect is. I don't necessarily think is that they're going back in time and changing things, although they can very well manipulate time. I just don't think they could manipulate it as far back into the past or into the future as they would like us to believe. Can they do it? Yes. But can they go back 100 years? I don't believe so. They can go back maybe 50. They can go forward maybe 25. Y'all get what I'm saying? I just think they want us to believe that they can do all of these things. But they're definitely manipulating stuff. But I think that's what the Mandela effect is. I think they have been making these small changes throughout the years to make us feel a certain kind of way, to make us feel off-center, to manipulate our minds, to make us feel like we're going crazy, even though we know we remember there was a Shazam with Sinbad. Even though we know it was the Berenstain Bears. Even though we know there was a cornucopia on Fruit of the Loom. We know all of these things. We know the Ford logo was different. We know what Fruit Loops was really spelled like. But I think it is a psychological thing that they're doing, have been doing, to manipulate everyone's minds. It goes deep, again, because like I said, control and manipulation of people is the real power. So please don't allow yourself to be controlled. On to the subject matter, because I know that's why some of you are here. And again, thank you everyone for joining us. Shadow people. I have had experiences with them throughout the years. I'm sure some of you have as well. I have encountered others who have had experiences with them. And some people are not afraid of them. Some people interact with them. Some people acknowledge them. Some people don't. It is not my practice to interact with them, which I have not seen them in a very, very long time, thankfully. But it is not my practice to interact or acknowledge them, whether in real time or in dreams. What do I believe they are? Me personally, I think they are basically like monitoring spirits. I think that they are beings who are able to slide in between the spaces, including this realm. I don't believe they're from hell or anything like that. I know a lot of people feel like they're demonic. I don't feel like that. I feel like possibly they were human at one point, and some kind of way they became this thing. Like they shed their human form and they became this thing. Does the government have anything to do with this? I'm sure. I'm sure. So hold on, y'all. There we go. Oh, it's so easy. I'm gonna have to come on stream, y'all. It's so easy just to click a button and put them people the fuck out of here. So anyway, but I don't believe they're demonic. I do believe that they were human at one point. And do some of them have ill intentions? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I believe that there are demonic entities? Yes. But I do not believe that they are the same as shadow people. Like I said, I do believe shadow people at one point were really shadow people. Just like you have all of these different beings that people talk about in the national forests and in the mountain ranges. To me, it's the same. It's basically the same thing. It's just, did they come upon some technology that made them this way? Is it some kind of, I don't know, magic that they're practicing? Is it some kind of ritual that they do? I don't know. I haven't gotten that deep into it yet. But I do know that they can monitor. And like I said, it could be some kind of government thing, where they kind of sliding in and out, keeping their eyes on different people. So I don't know. Have any of y'all had experience with that? We talk about a lot of, spiritual and supernatural things here. And like I said, I've done a couple of stories on shadow people. One of them being I think that's one of the stories. I don't remember because it's been over a year, maybe 2 years. But there was a gentleman, he was a Vietnam veteran, and he would see shadow people. And he thought he was crazy until I was sitting with him and he acknowledged them, but I told him, I said, don't, just basically I was like trying to change the subject because I didn't want him to draw their attention to himself. And he couldn't believe that I believed what he was saying, that I had seen them myself, that I had experiences with them myself. So just knowing that there are other people having these experiences, you are not crazy. That is a very dismissive term for people's experiences, and I don't like it. I would say I hate it, but hate is an incredibly strong term, and I reserve that for PDF files and people who do harm to the elderly and animals. Like I reserve that word hate for people like that. But I sincerely dislike when a person dismisses another person's experiences simply because they don't understand it or they have never had that experience themselves. You saw what you saw. You absolutely saw what you saw. They are intelligent, Kate. They are intelligent. Yes. I have dreamt about them as well. But my most profound experience with them happened many, many years ago. This was before I even had children. This was at my parents' house. And I was on the phone sitting on the sofa. And where the sofa was at the time, You could see into the first bedroom, which was my brother's room. It was very, very dark. The bathroom light was on, but it didn't give much light into his bedroom because it was further up the hallway. And I'm on the phone and I can see something move across the door. I saw a shadow move across the door and it was darker than the darkness. That's how you know what they are, because they are darker than the darkness itself. So even if it's pitch black, you will see them. That's another thing. Pitch blackness, you will still see them. And I was going to turn and look, but something stopped me. And it told me, do not, this is in my head, do not acknowledge them. Do not let them know that you can see them. And I just kept talking on the phone, kept watching TV, and I just watched them move until I didn't see them moving anymore. My child's father disrespected my deceased mother. I hate him. And you have every right to hate him for that, mommy. You have every right to hate him for that. That is unacceptable. You have every right to hate. And I'm sorry that he did such a terrible thing. But guaranteed, people who disrespect the deceased, especially someone as loved and wonderful as your mother was, you let the spirits deal with them. And I guarantee you, they are going to put his life into turmoil. They're going to put him in a blender and turn that button on, and they're not going to let up. So please do not let that energy change you or affect you in such a way to where that's all you can focus on. You give him over to the spirits and let them handle him. And I know that might be difficult, but trust and believe he will get what's coming to him, my baby. You do not let him change you in any kind of way. Okay? Do not give him that kind of energy. But you are absolutely right to feel that way. Hello, my dear. Miss NYC lady, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm going to keep you in my thoughts and prayers, mommy. We are all going to keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Some people are just terrible. But that's the nature of people. Oh, I'm so glad you're doing well, my baby. I hope you had a good week. But that's the nature of people. The nature of people is terrible. The nature of people is to be awful. Yes, it's hard. My mother died when I was 13 on Thanksgiving morning. Oh, my baby, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Keep this in mind, mommy. Keep this in mind. And I know you were very young when your mother transitioned. But all of us keep this in mind. Grief and death are inevitable. But so is joy and happiness, if you allow it into your life. And when you have a great understanding of how people operate, they are no longer able to control your emotions and your feelings towards them. Once you have a great understanding about people and how they operate, they will have eventually no more control over how you react to them. Because he knew that was going to trigger you. Whatever he said, whatever he did, he knew that was going to trigger you. And that is a way for him to keep control. But do not allow whatever he said or whatever he did, because you know it's not the truth. whatever he said or whatever he did, do not allow him to tarnish the memories and the love that you have with your mom. But once you understand how people operate and that they want to control you, and how do they control us? They control us through our emotions. You're welcome, my baby. You're welcome. But you hold on to those beautiful memories and say, fuck him. Fuck him. Because he is a miserable person. And miserable people spread their misery like rancid mayonnaise on some bread. But do not allow that to touch you. And this is a word for everybody. Do not allow any of that to touch you. But the only way they can do that is by controlling our emotions. Yes, Jessica. You see that message, mommy? We love you. You are a wonderful, wonderful woman. And I know your mom is looking down upon you. And she's proud. And that's what you hold on to. That's what you think about. Yes. Yes. Yes, Miss Lady. But our loved ones, in fact, my sister and I were talking yesterday because she lost, and my dad passed last year. And we were saying how while we know they are gone, it doesn't really feel like they're gone. You're welcome, my baby. This is a safe space, always remember that. While we know they are gone physically, it doesn't feel like they're gone. And it's like I told her, I said, technically, they're just right across the street. That's how close they are. It's just that they have shed their physical body and they're in their spiritual body. But they're just right across the street. And if that brings anybody any kind of comfort, I hope it does. Just think of it like that. They're right across the street. They are never far away. Why? Because you always have love for them in your heart. You have all those memories that you built with them. No matter how long they were here, you have wonderful memories with them. No matter how long you got to experience them, you have wonderful memories. You have love, genuine love that was there, that existed, that still exists. But they are just right across the street. It's just their physical form is not here. Hey, Maria. But as long as you feel those memories, as long as you remember and continue to say their name, and you feel that love and that goodness that they gave you, they are never far from you. Let me catch up on some of the comments. I've learned to take a step back. And ask myself, what makes a person want to trigger you and be evil? Is something in them that has issues, mental disturbances, unhappiness, whatever. Misery loves company. Misery loves company, and people don't want to see you happy. People don't want to see you doing well because of their own misery. It has nothing to do with you. It's because of their own misery, their own shortcomings, their own lack of belief in themselves. But what other way could they manipulate or harm you other than using something you love against you? But do not allow people to be able to manipulate you in this manner. They are on a much lower vibration than what you are on. Keep that in mind. Thank you for that, Nicole. Yes, my mom died from cancer, and even at a young age, I helped my mom with everything until she died. She had breast cancer. Kay says, I feel them often, and I lost so many people. I understand, Kay. I used to go to treatments with her at Charity Hospital. Don't focus on the loss. Focus on the life. Do not focus on the loss. Focus on the life. Do not focus on the suffering. Focus on the love and the memories. Do not focus on the suffering. Because truth be told, physically they are not here with us, but they are in a good place. Physically, they are not here, but they are in a good place. They are doing better than you. And I know we hate the fact that we love people and we lose them. But this is life. Grief and death are inevitable. And one day you will be the person that people grieve for. So what are you going to leave when it is your time to walk across that street? What are you going to leave behind for people to remember when it is your time to walk across the street? And it is so easy to focus on the negativity. Yes, it is the cycle of life. NYC lady, it is the cycle. It is inevitable. Death comes for us all. And we will never understand it, no matter how much you try and you question God and you want to know why this happens, why this had to happen. This was such a good person. But it is life. It is the cycle. And people die so that others can live. As harsh as that might sound, people die so that others can live. So you can know. Do what you can while you are here in this realm. Leave some good behind. Live your life more. Stop being ruled by other people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Stop being ruled by other people's beliefs, other people's ideas. That is not what life is about. You are here to make your mark. However great or small, which is no mark left by a human is small. It is never small. It is never simple. Because even a raindrop is important to the ocean. Remember that. You might feel insignificant, but you are not. Let me see. To be honest, I hate the thought that we all have to go one day. And you know what? I hate to think that I have to leave my children behind one day. But I'm only going to be across the street. And I have no doubt that I will be able to send them signs and visit them and let them know Mama is still here. But I will be with people that I have lost and loved throughout life. I saw my mother in my dream last night, and she was in fur leopard coat coming out of an old theater and would look like the 1940s. And I yelled out Mama and started crying, and we hugged. That is beautiful, Maria. See what I'm saying? They let us know. Yes, across the street. I told that to my sister yesterday, across the street. They let us know that they are still around. But what y'all need to understand, in the spiritual realm, they are still living. They are still enjoying. They are still doing their thing. They are free. We are not free over here. They are free over there. But we are the ones that's still tied to so many things. It's our pleasure, KB. We are a tribe, baby. We are here to support each other. Hi, Janice World. How are you? So y'all keep that in mind. Y'all keep that in mind when y'all get to being sad and down, and we gonna miss them, and we gonna cry, and we gonna be sad. But you need to follow that up. You need to follow that up and say, I got to love this person while they were here. I got to experience them while they were here. What you say, Maria? Joy and happiness is inevitable, just like grief and death is inevitable. But joy and happiness, you have to allow it into your life. You have to focus on it. You have to embrace it. You can still find happiness amongst grief. And while we feel like when that person closes their eyes, a part of us goes with them, because it does. A piece of us goes with them when they go. But we are still here to carry on their memory, their love, their lessons, everything that they showed us and taught us in life. We have to leave that for the people that are still here until it is our turn. That's how people carry on. The lessons and the love that they left with us, we pass that on, and they still survive and live through that. Hi, Jerry Ann. Well, it feels so good healing to hear everything you are saying. I'm so grateful for beautiful souls like yourself. We are a tribe, Jessica, from one beautiful soul to another, and every beautiful soul gathered here tonight. I love and I appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you so much for being part of the tribe, Jessica. Thank you. I hope you're doing well, Jerry Ann. It's been a while. So yeah, y'all, don't get lost in grief. Don't get lost in depression. Don't get lost in what's happening in the country either. And if you can't find a little slice of kindness, then you be that slice of kindness to somebody else. And it doesn't matter if it comes back to you or not, you should just do it anyway. Because people are struggling. People are sad. People are depressed. People are dealing with so many things. And I'm not saying let people take advantage of y'all. And I'm not saying be nice or be so good until you know good. But it's okay to put slices of kindness into the world and help improve what it is. I'm doing well, recovering from surgery. Oh, you're recovering, Jerry Ann. I hope your recovery is peaceful. I hope it's peaceful, baby. I've been okay. I'm glad you were able to join us this evening. I hope you are allowing your body to rest and heal itself. I hope you're allowing your body to rest and heal itself. Again, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. This was an impromptu live. We were supposed to talk about one subject, which I did touch on it briefly, but we kind of got into other things, but that's okay. That's okay. I will speak on whatever spirit wants me to speak on, because I allow myself to be led. Hi, Cassie. How are you? How are you? It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness. Joylyn, thank you, my love. Thank you for being here. I am grateful for you. I needed to hear this tonight. I buried my brother November 1st, and my kid's father passed that same evening. Oh my goodness. We put him to rest November 21st. I'm healing from both passing. Yes, Jerry Ann, yes, you can rewatch it, but thank you for being here. I'm so sorry, Miss NYC lady. I'm so sorry that is a pain you had to endure on two people on the same date. How are your kids? How are they doing? How are the kids dealing with it? Grief is one thing that unites us all. Because we all know that pain. We all know that pain of loss of a loved one. And I wish people were kinder to each other just for that fact. They're healing. Good. Good. Allow space for sadness, for the tears, for the screams. Allow space whenever it comes. Do not tell yourself, this is not the time, this is not the place. I can't, I have to be strong. Do not tell yourself that. You have to allow yourself to feel these things so that you can move through the currents of grief. Otherwise, you are going to remain stuck. You're going to remain stuck in that current, and you're just going to be tossed from one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. If you continue to push it down, you have to allow it to express itself. I don't care if you're at work. You have a crying fit while you're sitting at your desk. Have a crying fit while you're sitting at your desk, and fuck who don't like it and fuck who don't understand. Because it is not their process to understand. It is not their process to deal with. If you standing in line at the grocery store, allow yourself to feel that grief. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna put their hand on your shoulder and offer you some comfort. Stop denying yourself these emotions when they come, because you telling yourself, well, I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong for this one. I gotta be strong for that one. I gotta be strong for this one. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. You ain't got to be strong for nobody. Let them be strong for themselves. You are allowed to have moments of weakness. You are allowed to be taken over by grief sometimes. You are allowed that. Stop denying yourself the process of emotions. That's why we have so many people walking through the world who are just so disconnected, because they have denied themselves all of these feelings, the process. In order to get through them, you have to feel them. Hey, Empress, my baby, how are you? Yes, the holidays are a tough time. A lot of people do go around the holidays. But it's just the nature of things. And the more you get connected to that, the more you will understand that it's not meant to be understood. It just is. It's not meant for us to understand. It just is, because that is how it goes. That is how it goes. That is the rule. Nobody lives forever. As much as we would love them to. But do we really want to be here forever? I certainly don't want to. But I know, I'm glad you're doing well, my baby. But I know that it's not easy. Like I said, I lost my father last. It's coming up on my father's 1 year being gone. I had my two cousins die in a terrible accident. Two of my daddy's favorite nieces, we were very close family, died in a horrible accident in August. But as much as you want to question why, hi Chevy, how are you? Only the soul lives forever. Yes, Empress. As much as you want to question these things, you just have to understand that's what it is. What lessons can I take from loving this person? What lessons can I take from being connected to this person? What, hey, Joanne, what is the purpose of them in my life? And you have to carry on their love. It has been very challenging, very challenging. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay to feel weak. It's okay to feel like I don't know how I'm going to go on. It's okay to feel confusion because you don't understand. All of those things are fine. But you have to come to terms with the fact that grief and death are inevitable. So, with that being held in your mind, how are you going to move through the world differently? What impact are you going to decide to make? How are you going to live your life differently? Knowing that one day you are going to be the person that people are grieving for. What do you want to leave your children with? Or what do you want to leave the people who loved you with when it is your time to cross the street? I think that is one of the lessons that death teaches us. It teaches us how to live. It teaches us how to stop denying ourselves life. For far too long, we have been led by the ideas that we have to live a certain way, we have to stay on a certain path. Each life is individual. It is to be lived on your own terms. So, what are you going to allow death to teach you with your own life? That is the question. So, when we part company this evening and you go off to your bed or your favorite chair, your sofa, wherever you go off to, think about the lessons that death has taught you and how are you going to carry that in to every day moving forward. This is why it is important to express how you feel. This is why it is important to tell people how you feel about them. This is why it is so important to stop allowing people to walk over you. This is why it is so important to not force yourself to accept behaviors from those who would just as soon spit on you than offer you a napkin to wipe your face. What is death going to teach you about the way you live your life? Empress lost her grandma. Not close with my family. I still talk to her, get a little sad, but feel so happy for the memories. Yes, Empress. Live in those memories. Still talk to her. She can hear you. And she is going to send you signs that she is around. They can hear us. They can definitely hear us. My dad's birthday was on the 18th. I made a post about it. My dad's birthday was on the 18th, and I was so sad. Hey, my baby. You the one that sent me the message on Instagram? Tag me in the comment on Instagram. The 18th. Of course, I woke up sad that day, but still grateful that he was my father for 48 years. I was getting dressed because we were going to the cemetery. And y'all know my sister Ashley lost her mom a couple of years ago. And a song that her mother loved by the Staple Singers, I'll Take You There. And as I'm getting dressed, a car passes outside playing that song. And I immediately perked up because I knew that that was a message. And if y'all don't know the song by the Staple Singers, I'll Take You There, I suggest y'all go listen to it. But basically it says, I know a place, ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Ain't no smiling faces lying to the races. So that's telling you right there, they have found the ultimate joy. Go listen to that song. I promise you, it'll make you feel better. My fault, baby. It's me, but I see you jumped on. I'm at work. I can't make it on the live, but I appreciate you, my love. We're going to have to get together. The conversation kind of went off. Into other things anyway. But I did touch on shadow people a little bit, but please let me know when you are available so I can get you up here with me and we can talk about it, and people in the comments can discuss it with us as well. I would love to have you up here so that you can talk about your experience. So don't forget to send me your email address. Let me know when you're free and we can coordinate some time and we can both get up here on live and we'll talk about it. If you're comfortable with that, of course. So yeah, but I do appreciate your support while you are at work. Thank you, my baby. So yeah, y'all. Yeah, damn, it's 5:25. It feels so late. It feels so late. I think hold on, y'all. Bring your own food. Your own food and drink, though. We are not exactly, I don't think we've really established where they come from. I just think that they are some type of monitoring spirit that I don't believe they're demonic, like, demons like that. Thank you, Kay. God bless you too, my baby. You take care and you have a wonderful week. And hopefully I get to see you again soon, Kay. I love you very much, my baby. You have a good night. I think they are some type of monitoring spirits, and they may even be, I believe that there are humans that shed their physical form. Maybe they shed it permanently. Maybe they shed it for a short period of time so that they can be shadow people and just kind of move around. That's my belief anyway. I don't think they're interstellar beings. I don't think they're interdimensional beings. I don't think they're aliens. I think they are human beings that have shed their physical form and became shadows, and they're able to move through the space within the spaces. I think they're able to, I think they do it because they want to affect certain outcomes of things, because they want to literally move in the shadows to manipulate people. Do they have a great deal of control over where they end up? I think they can in some circumstances, but the nature of the universe cannot be controlled. That's number one. But I think the nature of the universe, sometimes they find themselves popping in and out of different places that maybe they didn't intend to go. They can be dangerous, Empress. Again, it all depends on the intention, but I do believe they can be dangerous. Absolutely. Hold on, y'all. Some people, some people, some people acknowledge them openly. Some people choose not to. Some people see them in dreams. Some people see them in real life. I've seen them in dreams. I've seen them in real life, which is why I say I believe these are human beings just kind of moving amongst these spaces, the dream world and, the material world. But it's all in what feeling do they give you, because some people interact with them and some people say they talk to them and they just disappear. Other people feel them and they give them, a not so good feeling. So, which is another thing that makes me believe they are human, because that sense that you get when you encounter them, or that sense that you get when you know they're around, that's another thing that makes me feel like they're human. So, but that's just my belief. I'm just speaking on what I feel, what I have, the thoughts I have developed throughout the years about them. Many people feel differently, and that's fine. There is no right or wrong when it comes to things like this, because everybody's experience and interpretation is going to be different, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's absolutely fine. Everybody is going to feel differently about these things. And again, there's no problem with that. It's perfectly normal. So, do I acknowledge them? No, I do not. I thought you were leaving on the second. So yeah, y'all. So many things. So many things. But I definitely think there's a human presence behind it, just like there's a human presence behind dogmen. Definitely a human presence behind dogmen. And boy, let me tell you, I could tell y'all some stories about those. Somebody told me that dogmen, that the cartels have dogmen that protect the cartels. Like when they're transporting, people and their stuff, that they have dogmen because they are absolutely ruthless. And that they give you something to hold on to so that the dogmen catch that scent and know that you are with the right side and not the wrong side. Yeah. 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 Yep. I believe. Hey, KL. A little over an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes. You heard the same, Jessica? Yeah. Yeah. Somebody told me that. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I was just like, whoa, mind blown. Mind completely blown. That's why, and I know people love to go camping and hiking and all these things, but this is why people tell y'all be careful, tell people be careful in these national forests and shit. Because they use the mountains, they use the vastness. I read a book about that, say they use vampires too, yeah. They use the vastness and emptiness of this space to do all of these experiments and create all of these weird things. So, hey, Kim, sorry I missed some of your lives. Been real busy lately. Hope your Thanksgiving was great. It was quiet. And Diamond, please don't apologize. You have nothing to apologize for. I appreciate it. But you have nothing to apologize for. My holiday was quiet. I hope you enjoyed yours. I hope it was a good one. Could they be lost soul with unfinished business in this world? Cassie, that would not be a shadow person. That would be a ghost or a spirit. But shadow people, no. And I think they show up as shadow people because they are still tethered to a physical body. That's what I believe. I believe they show up as shadow people because they are still tethered to an actual physical form. Whereas when you see a ghost, what does it look like? It's hazy. Sometimes they can pull themselves together in a more solid physical form, but it's never a shadow. Now, when you see, as far as a demonic entity go, when you experiencing a demonic entity, for sure, because it's never quite human shaped. It might be human shaped adjacent, but it's never human shaped. Black projects involving genetic manipulation. Yes, Jessica, yes. Yeah, I feel the same way too, Empress. No thanks. I'm happy to hear that, Diamond. I hope the food was good. Wait, what you say, Joylyn? You hooked with the pecan tree story? I had a bubby that read to me over the phone when I was a child. Happy New Week. Happy New Week to you too, baby. That is a real pecan. That pecan tree really exists. That is a real story. That is a real tale about that pecan tree. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra jiggle to the wiggle, Diamond. Ain't nothing wrong with a little extra jiggle to the wiggle, baby. But that pecan tree really exists. I refuse to tell people where it is. If you from Louisiana, you know. You've heard the story. You know where it is. And you could just go drive it and just find it. It's easy to find. But I'm not going to share it on here because they've already had people just kind of on their property, wanting to see it, wanting to touch it and stuff. My mama wanted to drive to North Carolina to see our folks, and I was thinking we leaving at the butt crack of dawn, not driving through the Appalachian that night. Nope, Nicole, don't do it. Don't do it. I've heard too many stories of things running across the road. In the middle of the night. In fact, have y'all been hearing about some new cryptid that they discovered? They were talking about it on what platform was I on? I can't even remember shit. I forgot. Because people like to press their luck. Which is a Chevy. I grew up with my elders speaking about the pecan tree curves. Yep. People are strange, Empress. People are strange. They like to press their luck and they like to, they like to try shit. Yeah, that's just not a good idea to be on any road near the Appalachian. I'd be too afraid that I would think I'm on a road and blink and then end up in some strange place, like transported to some weird. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, how the hell I get like, nah. There's a guy on here named Jeff something that has Dogman stories from people all over. And whew, yeah. Good, Empress. Stay superstitious. Old to return to school. Get yourself inside. Yeah, relax. Yeah, stay superstitious, my friends. Because that's gonna save your life every time. Because let me tell you, I don't know. Excuse me. I haven't eaten anything today. I just realized I haven't eaten anything today. I need to go make something, but what am I going to make? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. What am I going to do? Maybe I will go roast some sweet potatoes. Maybe I'll go roast some sweet potatoes and make some sweet potato pancakes. My grandmother had several trees on her property back in the days. We used to love going pick the pecans off the tree or just go with bags. They used to be all over the neutral ground in the city. Well, not in the city directly, but around the lakefront and Gentilly area. Hordes and hordes of pecan trees. And when the pecans were falling, you would see people, cars would be parked on the side And people would be on a neutral ground filling their bags up with pecans. It was wonderful. Wonderful. I'm sorry, see y'all. It's my childhood group, childhood friends. We in a group chat. The YouTube channel is Dogman and Paranormal Research. Okay, let me put this up here in case anybody wants to visit this channel and learn more about the Dogman. Listen, I was driving to Texas and went through another dimension. I asked God to bring me out because I was getting scared. Then I came to a stretch of road that had other cars. It was so dark. Oh, Lord. Hello, family. Hello, Legba. Hello, family. It's good to see you. It was during the last Planet Parade. He goes deep into the origins, even ex-military calling and sharing their stories about how dark the Black genetic projects get. Oh, wow. You had to ask her, baby, we Black people don't go camping. I'm good, Legba. I haven't eaten yet today. I just realized I haven't even had any water today. I haven't had any food, no water today at all. I don't know. Whew, I don't know how they got away from me. I don't know how they got away from me. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to go make. But thank you, family, for asking about me. Thank you for always checking on me, Legba. I love you and I appreciate you. I will. I'm going to get off of here in just a few minutes. I believe you. There are portals all over. Yes, there are definitely portals everywhere, Jessica. Everywhere. And sometimes you slide into one, you don't even realize. Oh, it's not that I'm not being kind to myself. It's just, I got caught up doing other things today. And my mind gets so occupied, time gets away from me. And, like I said, I took a leisurely bath today. I tended to my hair. And then on Instagram, somebody made the comment about shadow people, the young man, my little nephew that was on here. And then I hopped on here and it's like, oh. Yes, leg by it's a natural, yes. Because I don't feel hungry. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel thirsty. I don't feel dehydrated. None of that. Like it's not, my stomach is not growling. I don't feel any hunger pains or anything. It's just, and I do that from time to time. I do it from time to time. So, it's all part of the elevation, leg, but absolutely. Yeah, natural fast. A lot of us are elevating spiritually, and it's not an easy thing. That's a big part of it not having appetite. Yeah. Ooh, I bet it is, Tracy. I love me a good pot of homemade chili, baby. I am definitely, I feel like I slip in and out. And I know that it's because like the old version of me is trying her best to hang on because the old version of me still has that old mindset of, still has that fear mindset, still has that mindset of not wanting to try anything new or do anything new, or, that old me still has that lack of confidence. Whereas, the new me is, on a whole different level. she has not completely taken over yet. It's getting there. It's a slow process. It's getting there. But this is just one of those things. And it's not just about me, not having an appetite, but some days I eat very, very light. Some days, I have to eat very, very simply if I am hungry. So I have been trying to, and y'all know I've had a strained relationship with food throughout my life. But now I'm to a point where I'm eating more intentional. So if my body is craving something, and normally is craving very healthy things like fruit, I've cut out a lot of the sweets, because I still have sweets every now and again, but it's definitely not to the level that I used to be on. With the chips and the snacks, not on the level that I used to be on, every once in a while. But I have found that has even changed. I'm more into home cooked food. Yeah, Jessica, we don't need to eat 3 times a day. I will eat once a day. I will have a meal once a day. Now, I'll have fruit in between. Oh, I got some raisins in the kitchen right now. They are so good, y'all. So good. I love raisins. I'm gonna go snack on that while my food is cooking. But I'm really paying attention and getting connected. So once a day is all I need, and like I say, I really pay attention to what does your body feel like eating. And most times it's very light. Like yesterday, I had some dressing left over that my sister had made. And I made banana pancakes. So, and that was it. And I drank water. The other day, I think that was Friday. I think Friday I made hibiscus lemonade. But I try not to drink too much of the hibiscus because it's a diuretic and it runs me to the restroom to, release a lot of water. So, been loving salad with grapes. I'm gonna have to try that. Funny, I've been snacking on white raisins all day. First time eating them, and they sure are good. I'm gonna have to try the white raisins, Jessica. I'm gonna have to try the white raisins. I have the regular ones. But I've been buying a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I have found joy in cooking again. So, I haven't been eating, fast food and all of that. So things are definitely things have definitely shifted for sure. Definitely elevating. And I am doing my best to stay in alignment with that new version of myself and not allow the old version of me to take over. So, I don't want to go back to those same comforts. I have been intentionally doing things to put myself out there and just kind of, stay the course, because I truly, truly am operating in this life for myself. I'm not here for anyone's approval. None of us should be here for anyone's approval. None of us should be here, doing things because we want to be liked. We should be doing things because it brings us joy. It makes us happy. Because when you are focused too much on what other people think, say, and feel, your life is miserable. And who wants to exist like that? Who wants to exist like that? Certainly not me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. So, thank you, family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Leg by Divine. Thank you. Always coming through with the good energy. I appreciate you. I feel much better. Like I said, I washed my hair. I combed it. and just combing the tangles out, because my hair gets, because of the way my hair curls, it doesn't shed very much. So all of the shed gets tangled in my curls. So, I have a lot of shed when I comb, but when I combed my hair today, it was like, like I was taking so much off of myself. You're much stronger than you thought. I see you, girl, boy. He really gonna sit there and drop it in my Oh, you was talking to the dog. I thought you was talking about my daddy getting ready to drop something. I thought you was talking about my daddy leg, but getting ready to drop something. Thank you, Joanne, but I haven't even moisturized my face yet, but thank you. Yes, Tracy, you have a wonderful evening, my love. Thank you so much for spending time with us. I appreciate you. You have a good one. And you take care. You have a wonderful week. But yeah, I'm just, one day at a time, one day at a time. A healthy girl freestyle. I'm getting there. I am getting there. It's funny that you say that, because I was thinking yesterday that with the shift that I'm feeling, I really want to change the channel name and change, just kind of do a rebrand when the time comes. You sound like me on this diabetic medication, eating once a day. Yeah, I mean, it just happened naturally. I don't understand how people can eat 3 times a day. And I understand some people need to for their conditions. But I don't understand how people can eat 3 times a day. And like I said, I'll have a meal and I will have, snacks, like whether it's a raisin or like some grapes, banana, stuff like that. But to eat 3 actual meals a day, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I guess, bodybuilders and, people like that do it for the protein and such, which is fine, but it just doesn't make sense to me anymore to eat that much every day. So now I'm waiting for my physical body to start changing. But I really need to work on getting more active. And I really need to work on this shoulder. I have osteoarthritis in my right shoulder. So I'm trying to build up like that range of motion. So yeah. But it's okay. I do believe in divine healing, and that, as my spiritual body heals, my physical body will heal as well. And I will begin shedding, and eventually I will have a refreshed physical form. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah. But I appreciate y'all for being with me. It's about to be 6:00. I am going to go ahead and at least hydrate myself. I still really don't have an appetite, but I probably will snack on some raisins, because that sounds good. That sounds very appealing. Snack on some raisins, make myself some ice water. Yes, by day, step by step. And that's how we roll it. Bit by bit, little by little. That's how we roll it. One piece at a time, one slice at a time. Hello, Blended Healing. Blessings on blessings. Jessica, I try to go live at least once a week. My days are sometimes Wednesdays and Fridays. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that, Legba. Um, but today, like I said, somebody had a specific question about something. So I said, well, let me hop on the live. But I promise you, I'm going to get better about, I will be well behaved, Empress, you too. I am going to get better about letting y'all know when I will be live. I'm going to pick at least one day to be live. And Sundays seem like a good day because, there's no ripping and running from work during the week and such. So most likely it'll be Sundays. So yeah. What you say? Well, we know Legba will not be well behaved. I'm glad you called it too, Miss NYC lady. I love you. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a wonderful week. Jessica, thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate your presence here. I'm glad you got to spend time with us. I love you to life. I want you to have a wonderful week and a pleasant evening. Each and every one of y'all. I love you too, Cassie. I will see you next time. I want each and every one of y'all to have a pleasant and peaceful evening and a productive week. I will check in with y'all. Check the community post, y'all. I do post on the community tab throughout the week. It's all right, Blended Healing. You have nothing to be sorry for, baby. It'll be posted and you can go back and watch it. It's fine. And you can join us next time. Thank you, Joylyn. Thank you for sharing in this happy light, my love. Thank you for spending time with us. I love y'all, my tribe. I love y'all, my tribe. Y'all go out into the world. Be well, be kind, make a difference. But most importantly, keep yourself first. I love you, Legba. I will check in with you during the week. I hope to see you Sunday too, Diamond. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all don't know how much joy y'all bring to my life. I appreciate y'all so much. I will see y'all soon. Love you. Bye.